YouTube, stop. I'm not gonna tell you to stop, because that's just gonna make you do it harder. Woo, woo, be on our worst behavior. No! Oh, God.
Also, water.
Oh, water. Not nearly as exciting, thank you.
Hmm. Hey, put it over here so I can have it too.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to steal your
Yeah.
water. Alrighty. Well, we've come to the end. We've survived Centaurus Festival 2026 with 19 total panels that I saw, honestly, a lot of everybody in the audience here attending. And that's like an incredible amount of panels. That's 3 more than we had last year. So for some of the stats, we're looking at, we had 19 panels total, 3 more than last year. 8 impromptu panels, which is 2 more than last year. We had 147 attendee registrations, which is really cool. And I have no idea how many people actually showed up because we just keep the same server from year to year. So there's no way to actually tell. I want to hazard a guess somewhere between 100 to 130. Because when I counted the welcomes for people joining in, there was 96 last I counted. And that doesn't account for any lurkers, of which there was like 100 or so people already at like the server. So like 100 to 130 is probably a good estimate. I don't know. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day anyway. Yeah, that also doesn't account for system members. That's very true. Other than that, wow, what a phenomenal fucking con this year, guys. Holy shit, all the panels were spectacular to my panelists I see in chat, and it was so much fun getting to just talk to everyone who came. Seriously, thank you so much, all of you, for
All of
just,
you, attendees included, not just panelists.
yes, all of you,
A lot of what
all.
makes a lot of what makes a con really good is that the attendees are wonderful guests and friends to have together.
Somehow almost forgot about closing ceremonies. To be fair, I feel like closing ceremonies in the, like, when up against all the really cool panels going on, it's super easy to forget about it. So, like, would not have blamed you. The party never ends. It's okay until it ends. 5 minutes of statistics, 25 minutes of chaos. Yeah, that's generally how closing ceremonies go. I will do my duty as con chair and remind everyone in attendance, we do have the response forms out. They are posted in the announcements channel. Go fill them out and tell your panelists how much you love their work. Feed your panelists. Nothing is better than hearing that your work has affected somebody and that somebody found it meaningful or fun. So please don't forget to, like, let people know that you enjoyed what they do. Teach us about statistical data analysis. Maybe I'll do that next year. I mean, me, Kai, and Orion have an ebook out on it, so, like, you could also just read that. And yes, if you have any criticism for the panelists or for the con, please try to make sure it's constructive because, like, we will see it. Like, you know, that's the thing, right? You're not just yelling into a void. So do try to be, like, nice with the things you say. But, like, there's also, like, you know, constructive criticism. There's nothing wrong with being like, I really liked X, but I also wish you'd done X. Like, that is cool.
We have a couple of questions in the panel questions channel.
Let's see. Oh man, I should have had that open on my side of things too. One moment.
Yeah, that'd make it easier on that screen.
Yeah, who would have thought using both my screens would make my life a little easier.
Isn't that always the way with having a dual screen setup? It's always like, oh, I don't need that many screens. Oh, yeah, I do actually.
So, the server will go into read only at, I believe it's 8:30 my time. So that's an hour and a half after closing ceremonies begins. I put a universal timestamp in announcements, with the time, so it will match your time zone if you go check it. And the response form is going to be open probably all week. The real question is, if you respond to it too late, will the panelists see your response? So, like, don't put it off for too long, because they will forget to check. I know because I've been there at conventions where after a couple days, that's just in one ear, out the other, I forget. Yeah, exactly. Medivh being like, not checking this shit after Monday. So try to get your stuff in, like, sooner rather than later. And yeah, feel free to hop over to the companion server. I see Coral mentioning it. It's an unofficial companion server. I do not run it. I believe Byte Count is in charge of it.
Yes, I recall.
Whoops, caps. Happens to the best of us. But yeah, feel free to hop on over there and continue the party. Let me never be the no fun police upon this earth. Accidentally hitting buttons on my screen as I try to drink Coca-Cola. I don't generally want to be a bastard. I try very hard not to be. I don't know how often I succeed, but man, oh my god, do I try. But yeah. Wow. Holy shit, it's been a really busy convention this year, huh, guys? Or maybe I just feel that way because I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep and I've recorded every single panel. Going to collapse dead on the floor after this. God, me too, man.
Oh yeah.
Daylight savings time annihilated me.
Yeah, both of those things together. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for anyone who has not run an online convention, it really keeps you running pretty much around the clock during the weekend that it's open.
I like how
This is
Arcade is ready to fight a bear.
this is a very challenging pace to keep up.
I feel like if, in my experience, being an attendee is not so bad if I'm not recording panels, because then I'm like, man, I'll just go to a couple panels a day and it'll all be good.
I remember the first other con I went to, I was pretty exhausted and I was just attending.
Yeah,
But I was
that's
trying to attend everything.
you
That
were
was
trying
that
to
was a
attend
blast.
everything.
OtherCon 2021 was great.
God, that was 5 years ago.
Wild.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I missed the first OtherCon. So sad.
I mean, the first OtherCon wasn't that 20? Was that 2020 or was that 2019?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, what part of what inspired it was the pandemic.
Fuck. God, wild. Whoa. Yeah, this was the third Centaurus Festival. Um, Digital Gods willing, may there be a fourth. We'll keep people up to date on what's going on with the Discord situation. But we are going to have to kind of play it by ear because we don't know what's going to happen in the future of this and other conventions. I know that some of you at opening ceremonies and the people who have their finger on the pulse of like tech news and stuff already know about this, but for those who don't, Discord is rolling out a age verification system. And if you are not age verified as an adult, you cannot use panel stages. Well, just stages. We use them as panel stages. And obviously that's an incredible problem for literally any convention. I am 1 year old, let me use stages. I mean, Gornatrix was fine on a stage, and he was one. Like,
I see Nara suggesting we all move to Microsoft Teams. Man, I don't know. We were rolling around ideas that were pretty out there for how we might replace what we do with Discord for online conventions. I was even considering maybe we would start a 1980s style multi-user um
we were debating
chat.
making a muck. Like,
Yeah.
that was on the table. I won't even lie to you guys. We were like, because before Discord announced they were going to roll it back, and they just said, "Oh, we're gonna have it happen in early March." I was like, "Oh no." Chuckles, I'm in danger. So we were like, do we move it to Zoom? Do we move it to Teams? Do we pay money for something? Do we code a muck? I don't know.
I think having a muck would be a really funny alternative to having a
Minecraft,
Minecraft server
yeah.
because not every computer is really up to being able to do Minecraft and not every internet connection, but they can all do a muck because that can run on a potato.
Arcade thinks we should just have a muck in general, and you're probably right.
It would have to be on a server that's always up, though, right?
Yeah, that's a problem for future us.
I think it could be potentially very fun.
I think it could. Maybe
Yeah.
next
What would
year.
if we did have a convention muck? What would it be
Wait,
like?
Orion, people are asking.
Yeah.
What is a muck? Why are you looking like that?
I
You've
feel
been on mucks.
uh
Yes, muck is in mud.
yeah, the mud and muck, they're two different variations on basically the same thing. Mud is multi-user dungeon, and I can't remember what the C and K stand for in muck. And there's also a MO, which is multi-online. Yeah, I don't remember them anymore. See, all the stuff I used to know. But yeah, this is very 1980s, 1990s internet technology that's basically a text-only. Thank you, multi-user created kingdom. Thank you to L for looking that up.
Yeah, sorry, we have the truncated thing on because it's steamer mode. We
Oh,
can't see
okay.
all the usernames.
Okay, I was wondering. Okay. Yeah, so basically it is a text-based chat room, no images, and except that there are actual like role play things built into it. And mush. Yeah, that's right. Multi-user.
I don't know if you can do those, Nara. I would love to see you try though. My soup, mud, mush, and muck.
Yeah, there you go. That's soup. It's gonna be
Soupcon Wendoski.
maybe we'll call it soup muck. That sounds disgusting.
I
Wonderful.
hate
Perfect.
that. Thank you.
Yeah, so the differences in the acronyms is basically the different kind of play style, where a multi-user dungeon is something where um, the players can fight each other and automatically calculates how you're fighting each other, where a muck is something it doesn't really have that built into it. You're just chatting and role-playing more imaginatively.
PvP
PvP.
Centaurus. That's the oh no. God, I would love to do that actually. That'd be really funny. See which attendee is the last person. Centaurus Festival Battle Royale. God. Yeah, so
And
we're
you get to build your own rooms and stuff like that, and there's a lot of wacky conditional things that you can do with programming them so they can have like different weather and day and night cycles and random things that can happen and little secrets that you can code into them and puzzles to solve. You can really go all out with them, or they can be just barely any more complicated than a plain chat room.
my goodness. Of course the Pokemon mentions that we've been talking about competitive Alter Humanity. I'm kidding, I'm just teasing.
There was like some of the mucks I remember there used to be. I don't know if it's still around. There used to be a Pokemon roleplay one. That was ages ago. Wonder if it's still around.
We should check. I
Yeah,
I
'cause,
want to be
like,
on Alfandria.
yeah,
I want to do that.
yeah, Alfandria is I believe that one is still around.
I thought it was.
It's from Altfan Dragons, the Dragonkin community.
Like the
they're
OG.
yeah.
Watch us immediately get off topic. But yes, the TLDR is we will be trying to find Discord alternatives and keeping people up to date on what we do find. It's also not looking like Stoat is going to be ready by next year, I don't feel like, just looking at its progress, because I joined Stoat in 2023, and looking at its progress over the past 3 years, and now that everybody's kind of jumped ship onto there, I don't think it's going to be ready by next year. Fluxer, I've heard good and bad things. Spacebar, TeamSpeak, man, there's a lot of options. We'll figure something out.
I really hope that all of the tech nerd furries will take care of it for us. Like, there must be enough of them that are like, wow, we're gonna come up with a better Discord alternative, and it's gonna be all, you know, it's gonna be FOSS.
Oh, and Coral, I just posted it in panelist chat in the panelist chat channel. I had written it and meant to hit enter before I ran out the door on my Coca-Cola quest, and I forgot to hit enter. Who's there? Sorry about that.
Yeah, I also took care of posting the announcement.
Doing my best.
Doing our best.
Hashtag my best.
Yes. Yeah, cider quest. Didn't find any cider. Came home with Coca-Cola only.
Came home with Coca-Cola instead. Has anyone gotten a Poobkin type yet? Do we know? Poob is for you.
You can find it on Poob.
You can find it on Poob. Yeah, Stoat has problems. Stoat is doing its best, but
Goncharov you know?
Goncharov
I can see it.
I could see, yeah, honestly.
I
Yes, Stoat was the one that used to be Revolt.
I feel like enough numinous power has been invested in Goncharov that could totally happen.
Terrifying. Matrix? Oh god, I forgot about Matrix as an option. Yeah, there are a lot of potential options. We will work it out before next year. And if we don't, we'll let you guys know, and I will get a year vacation.
Passenger Pigeon Con 2027.
Passenger Pigeon Con. Where are you? I know you're here, Passenger Pigeon Therians. Email chain! I just make a list serve. Pen pal. Email con. We'll see you all in the bog, yeah. Yeah. I wish Discord had not chosen violence against like all conventions ever. But
The bog full of muck.
the bog full of muck.
Artax!
No. Don't think you can say that. There are horses here. Several people are typing. You have alerted the horse. Uh but yeah, oh god, yeah, Orion just triggering all the horses with the never-ending story reference. Choosing violence. What gif is that? What? Actually, you know, there's a Rousey who's my Metamor. I actually don't want to know what that gif is. I've decided. I have decided.
Anyway, this is a folklore and mythology convention. You should totally read the actual Neverending Story by Michael Enda. Really good. Read it. Preferably the edition that is printed in red and green ink if you can get it. Unless if you're colorblind.
Yeah, I was looking at you like, what am I, chopped liver? But yeah, make sure that before the end of the con, you friend request the people you've been meaning to, you join the servers and advertisements you've been meaning to, and you say nice things to the panelists that you've been meaning to. Also, please be aware that even though this is a digital convention, you are liable to experience con drop. So please take care of yourself after the convention. That's a genuine thing. If you're new to conventions, I don't think many of us are. I feel like I've seen mostly people I know, but please take con drop into consideration.
Yep.
Be nice to yourselves.
Even if you've been, even if you know the drill and you've been through this before, it can still blindside you, and you go like, "Oh, what? That's why I feel so bad. That's right. I'm having con drop." Stretch. Spend some in-person time with your loved ones. Go out in outdoors, away from your computer screen. Catch up on sleep. Try and fix your extremely messed up sleep schedule if it's anything like what happened to ours.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna have the con drop to end all con drop when
Hydrate or dihydrate, yeah.
have to go to work tomorrow. Stay in drugs, don't do vegetables, eat your school. You'll host the first panel in Esperanto next year? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I would
I believe in
legitimately love to see that.
I would. Because I didn't even manage to do that, and I've wanted to forever.
Forever and a day. We'll
Yeah.
get to it.
We'll get to it. Yeah, we'll all meet up on Duolingo. Duolingo
We'll all meet up on Learnu. The Learnu forums are still out there.
That's right.
Thank goodness for forums.
Pact for learning Esperanto together, keeping each other,
Don't invite that fucking owl, it'll win the PvP event. Shit, Goratrix is right.
You're right. Yeah, Duo could defeat us all.
Tumblr group chats, RIP. I remember those. Yahoo chat, RIP. Next con is exclusively in conlangs. Absolutely. I expect you to pick up one. Tokipona, Esperanto, Ida, something.
Elvish.
Elvish. On. Tokipona mentioned. Of course, Tokipona's like a cousin to me because I'm learning Esperanto. Navi. Everyone just mentioning the conlangs they're really excited to learn. Oh my god, yeah. Speaking
for
Dova.
people who are excited about conlangs, remember the book that I recommended as well, In the Land of Invented Languages. I put a link to it. If you do a keyword search for it, you'll find the listing for it. Don't pay scalpers on Amazon for it. Get it from a library though.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be $18 USD.
Poppy, I believe in you. Make that horse-inspired conlang that sounds horrible and is impossible to pronounce.
Poppy, wasn't that a thing in Gulliver's Travels? The Winhams. Horse language.
Horse language. English has left the chat. Do we howl at this con?
No, that's
we
other
don't.
cons
That's
thing.
other cons
Yeah.
thing, and I.
Oh, we like for each con to have its own special traditions. Like we've got our campfire.
Yeah, the campfire stories is our con's tradition, I'd say. And accepting impromptu panels is kind of our tradition. I think HowlCon also does that now too, though. But like,
Don't a woo.
legalize a woo. $350 penalty. Wait, why are you saying legalize a woo? You're not even a wolf. And streaming the Galactic Railroad, yes. Yes. The Galactic Railroad does get streamed every year.
Yeah, we've got some traditions, and we could probably pick up some more.
Probably, I imagine we will.
Chat, suggestions for traditions to start next year.
Turn someone into a cider link type and sacrifice them.
Ball pit.
Ball pit.
It's a good tradition.
The
That
ball pit was fun.
Yeah.
The story time, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was
You
that?
mean the campfire? Campfire is definitely one of our traditions.
Yeah, campfire is already a...
Although I think it's okay for HowlCon to do that because it's camping themed.
HowlCon is literally camping theme. If they do it, like, I don't think anyone would even bat an eye. That's totally fine.
That's okay for them to like.
Also, who's gonna be like
theme without a campfire, you know?
Also, who's gonna be like, oh, you can't do my panel at your convention. I've copyrighted this theme.
I mean, it's different
like,
it's different every time, and it's not recorded. And yeah, I think that's fine. It's not proprietary or anything like that.
Yeah, it's less a strict like this is our thing, and
yeah,
more like
other con
these
has
are
this,
the things we do. You know,
other con is soup themed.
Yeah, other con is very soup themed.
This is onion con, and other con is soup con.
Assigning HowlCon like
marshmallows,
hot dogs,
s'mores.
We went in very different directions. You were like s'mores, which is the intelligent thing. I thought of hot dogs over a campfire.
Hell and hot dogs. And this is both kind of canine themes.
They're both kind of canine themes. Pine cones we find on the ground. Crunch. Nova's just not saying anything, I've noticed.
Last words of some story each time. That's a nice suggestion, Calixa. I mean, maybe happily ever after. Non-spoilery endings.
Snape killed Dumbledore. Problematic guards, cancel this con chair. HowlCon is chilly.
Neve, I'm so sorry your grandpa failed to bring you actual pine cones. That's sad.
What if we can't eat peppers? Skill issue, I'm so sorry.
No. Oh, wait, that'll show up on the recording. Oh no.
Wait, what? I know it's not a skill issue. I can't eat chili either. Like, we're in the same boat.
I think the most famously spoiled endings of stories are usually movies instead of books, though.
Yeah, almost always they are books.
The movies.
Oh, yeah, shit. No, I meant movies.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so tired. I'm barely keeping it together.
Coca-Cola?
Call me a Beartharian because I am barely here. He wasn't even the lightning thief. Paige, you need to pass out after this. Oh my god, yes. I'm going to be so fucking unconscious. I am going to ascend to a whole new dimension, beyond sleep, beyond death, of just nothing.
My inner clock is somehow 4 hours behind, and I hope a good solid night of sleep will fix that. But you know whose inner clock was not behind? Our cat.
Somehow Onion still knew when it was like an hour before 7, and I don't really understand how.
She corrected for daylight savings. How? How does she know what time it is always?
How?
I've had in the past we've had the theory that maybe she can hear a clock tower from a very long distance away or something like that.
Because you can sometimes hear a clock tower in our house from if you're on the second story.
Kind of giving away where we live.
It's fine. There are a lot of clock
Somebody
towers
out there with a Pepe Sylvia style bulletin board going like, I'm figuring out your actual addresses and I'm gonna dox you.
I'm gonna send you a whole rabbit.
Based on based on stories you've told about your cat. But yeah, like maybe she can count, but she always starts begging for food like half an hour early because she can't count very high because she's just a cat.
She can't. Because she's just a cat. She can't count to 7. This is what we've concluded.
Yeah, that's why she starts begging for food when it's 6, and she's supposed to have it at 7. But if we feed her at 6, she starts begging for it at 5. So it's just gonna keep, you know, the goalposts moving.
Those numbers in this economy?
You know, that's a really interesting topic that y'all can look into if you're curious about an animal cognition, trying to determine how high animals can count and how they do it.
Counting could be a learned thing. I don't know.
Usually they're looking at it as like, counting how many babies they have, or eggs or whatever, or distance they've traveled, like that. I think you all have heard about the weird study about how they determined how, ants count their number of steps to determine how far to travel.
And if you move them, it really messes with them.
They glued little stilts on the ants' legs.
Yeah, God, that was really funny.
And it made them overshoot where they were trying to go because their steps were longer.
They got lost. Anyway,
studies about ant cognition where they confuse ants are always a little bit funny.
This is your daily reminder to not be mean to ants. They're, by definition, just little guys. Jumping spiders can count flies. That's cool. The idea of ants getting lost is sad. Thank you, Dove.
They're really good at not getting lost.
Except when they do, because people fuck with them.
Yeah.
You were learning so much about animals. I mean, centaur is part horse, right? Centaurus.
Calixa, you can search for the study and read about it.
Yeah, I had to glue I had to glue things to animals back in college as well, for studies.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
I forget what we used. It was something.
Yeah, there's a particular adhesive you use that doesn't hurt them. They also put very small labels on individual insects sometimes so that they can tell individuals apart.
To be fair though, we were feeding those snails to crabs, so it was all moot at the end of the day. What was I studying? I can't tell you? I don't know if that docks me. I mentioned it before, haven't I? I don't remember. Ants, clearly. Science!
Paige majored in ants.
I have a PhD in antology. Obviously, because nobody would ever lie on the internet. I didn't end up keeping that major though. Like I switched to religious studies, which is swag. The best.
Anthropology, thank you.
Anthropology. Oh, why didn't I think of
Paige
that?
didn't really major in ants.
Your roommate's mom has a PhD in newts? I love that. Oh my god.
That's delightful.
Myrmecology. I did want to study bugs when I was a kid. It just didn't pan out that way. I studied religion instead. I studied people basically instead.
You've been learning about how to pin butterflies, though.
I have been learning how to pin butterflies. It's pretty swag. It's pretty cool. Just PhDs do get bizarrely specific. My PhD is probably going to end up being on Alter Humans. When I do it. That's not for a while. I have to learn languages for that shit.
Poppy declares a bachelor's in beetle sex.
Surprisingly, you don't have a related job. I'm shocked.
Bug religion. Thank you, Ember. Yeah.
To be fair.
You know, that's actually not that far off from what you actually did study. Bug religion? Animals and religion.
Oh, yeah, no, actually, joking about bug religion, that really is not that far off from what's studied. Wait a minute, wait. Yeah. I was joking.
Tell everybody about your favorite textbook.
I did a lot of studies for animals in religion. That was more so my focus. Well, actually, my focus was technically speaking on like new religious movements, affect theory, and I was a strong component that animals have religion.
Oh, enjoy your pancakes.
Enjoy your pancakes.
I want to enjoy pancakes too. That sounds really good.
We can make some after this.
Yeah, okay. Or waffles. Yeah. This morning I was talking about waffles. Okay, we're getting distracted. Keep telling everybody about your...
You were joking and you accidentally got it. Yeah, the whole animals having religion thing is a huge argument in my field of study. Religious studies. It's huge, like swinging fists level of discussion, which is my favorite kind of discussion to get involved in.
That is actually very on brand for you. So, like,
yeah, of course I dive into that.
Paige loves the arguments. I don't. I'm the complete opposite, please. I don't want to have any internet arguments, no.
Well, the thing is, arguments in academia are great because I know I'm right, and I know that other people are fucking wrong when I'm arguing with them in academia. Fight, fight, fight. It's yeah, but anyway, it's a comprehension. I usually just shorten it to a COS, comprehension of subjects, if I recall, by Kimberly Patton.
I'll grab you some more Coca-Cola.
I'm gonna just drop it in chat. Oh yeah. You remember when I had Cards Against Humanity's games and argued with Antikin? Me too. Was actually just talking to one of those Antikin about my wedding the other day. Isn't that just how things work? Anyway, that's the book that Orion wanted me to drop. It's my favorite book of all time on my field, and I highly recommend it to literally anybody who is interested in animals and religion. Sorry, that was super off topic. I did not mean to do that. It just happens.
Mythology and folklore convention, and mythology is religion.
Mythology is religion. That's true. Need those Cards Against Humanity games again. Honestly, I've looked into doing them again, but there are no anti-otherkin online that I can find to do them with. Like, it really felt like after we did those back in like 2015, 2016, and a lot of the really major anti-otherkin blogs kind of chilled out. And were a lot more friendly, because like it's hard to be mean to people you're playing board games with, I feel like. Personal opinion, it's just kind of a breaking bread thing. When you're all laughing together, it's a lot harder to like go back to being a dick to people. Or at least those people. It felt like the anti-otherkin just kind of tapered off. There was only on Tumblr with the Tumblr after that, but they were kind of like the last. They weren't even part of the original Antikin, you know? They were like just one lone guy. You've never heard about this? What were you guys doing? Oh, it was the anti-otherkin were being assholes, and I was arguing with them, and everybody else in the community was also arguing with them. So I set up a Cards Against Humanity's game for a couple weekends in a row, um, to and took a lot of the things we were saying to each other and put them in the deck, and also a lot of like just intra-community memes and stuff. Um, and it was really fun. It was actually really, really fun, and yeah, it was a good time. 10 out of 10, honestly. And yeah, Poppy, I'd be willing to give you feedback on the main religion in your world building project. One of my first class in religious studies, the end project was, okay, build a religion now, punk. So like, I'm game. Yeah, the sysmeds are a little harder cuz like I feel like Oh, thank you.
Coca-Cola.
I feel like with sysmeds it's harder cuz I see that suggestion. The Cards Against Humanity's game thing is because like anti-otherkin are usually dickheads who are coming at things from either a very racist or very ableist perspective, right?
Mhm.
They either think otherkin are crazy or they think otherkin are part of a religion and need to stop. Both are very wrong misconceptions about the community, but like that's what anti-otherkin believe. But anti-otherkin still believe that otherkin are people through either of those lenses, you know? Systemedicalists are a little trickier because they are inherently they deny people's personhood. And that's a lot harder to get around because they're not just saying I hate you for XYZ reason. They're saying I hate you and I do not believe you are an actual legitimate person, like a real person. So like that's a really big can of worms. You could give it a try. You could give it a try, doesn't hurt. Worst thing that happens is you say, "Okay, I tried." But like that would be the issue I would foresee. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. They're yeah. I wouldn't say they're Nazis. I would not say they're Nazis. I would just say that they are rejecting people's personhood. We love you all system types. We do. We do. We love all systems here. Also because I'm old and I don't use micro labels anyway. Yes, and as Dragons points out, um system medicalists are often working through their own trauma. And that's not a fight that you can necessarily assist them with.
Yeah.
And nor should you if you're not a trained professional, to be quite honest. Like, there's so many layers to unpack, it's kind of it's just better to go hands off. You're not arguing with 13-year-olds over whether some of your friends exist or not, blocked and ignored. Yeah, that's a very fair way to do it. To be honest, I block system medicalists. It's not really worth it to me. But to some people who do spend a lot of time arguing with them, I can see why they would feel it was.
No, you're thinking of Mermeco labels.
Not the 4-year-old being more mature than the 13-year-old. Damn, calling out Gora tricks like that. 1,100-year-old 4-year-old with a blog. Anime protagonist ass energy. That's not a thing to sunglasses emoji over. Several people are typing. Sunglasses emoji harder. It's so funny seeing ages in this community because it's very, very often that someone will turn around and go, "Wait, what the fuck do you mean I'm older than you?" I see that so often. People do that to me a lot. It's really funny. But to be fair, people have been thinking I people have been thinking I'm in my 30s since like 2016, which is wild and wrong. Also wrong. I am not a baby, I am a man. Why not to start to consider it a compliment? It's not a compliment. It is nice that people think I'm well spoken enough to be in my 30s. But now that I'm approaching my 30s, looking back, it's weird because I don't feel like I've changed. And I'm like, oh, you just called your cat mine. Wait, you called your cat Paige? Sorry, kin assigned. Your cat's fact kin now. Feel bad for whoever like potentially has a Paige fact kin. I know that guy would never shut the fuck up.
Recording.
Also, Thomas is here.
Hello.
Thomas, it's the closing ceremonies. Would you like to say anything to the attendees?
Baby animals. There you go.
Don't know if you could hear him, but he just said baby animals to all of you.
Specifically the way that my
Do
veterinarian...
not seduce him!
Copy.
If I had a nickel for every time someone said that about my husband.
Said what?
Go, Poppy, go.
They can't keep getting away with this! That's just what polyamory is. That's how bite count picked up Thomas. Yeah, honestly. I would have a lot more than 2 nickels. It's true. Bison dust bath. Literally every time you're in the front, there's new people in the polycule. WTF? Well, I'm sorry I'm not delivering my polycule newsletter updates on the Florida Alterhuman polycule to you. Actually, no, not
This just in, showing an updated diagram of the polycule with all the lines connecting.
We're gonna take we're gonna take over all of Florida, Arkansas, like the New England area. Look out, Seattle polycule. You're next.
I asked for that diagram back when I was joining the polycule, and I didn't get one for a while.
Sorry about that. I
That's
forgot.
okay.
But in my defense, I have to update the polycule diagram so often. Thomas is listening in somehow, even though I'm talking right in front of him like a nerd.
I was trying to find the chat.
Oh, you were trying to find the chat?
Yeah.
Poppy was trying to seduce you.
Aha. Hey, Poppy.
Please, no.
Sorry, the polycule is currently closed to new applicants.
We are at
You have
maximum
to-
capacity. I
have
cannot
to-
handle any more logistics.
You would have to, I don't know, DM me if you were interested.
God. You cannot keep dating my friends.
I will date your entire convention at once.
Send your dating profile and resume.
Do not.
The resume is important. We're trying to have a diverse skill set in this polycule.
God, I need to tell you guys, when I told my
They'll keep your resume on file in case an opening appears. You posted that right before Scurryblock posted that right before I said that.
coming to Florida just to fuck with you. I mentioned to my workplace that I'm part of a polycule, and they were like, "Whoa, how does that work? You just love multiple people at once?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "So who's in it?" And I was like, "Well, there's Orion who does X job, Thomas who does Y job, you know, this person, this person, this person, me." And like collectively, the office was just like, so why don't you monetize this? Like, why don't you have a hustle going on? Like, wow, you got a whole, like, company right there. And I'm like, can't just say that.
Onion.
Hi, Onion.
So what company are we going to start with my skill set?
I don't know, and I don't want to think about it at length, to be quite honest with you. Have you thought about monetizing your relationship? Exactly, Nara. I was like, this is a wild thing to, like, propose to me.
It was such an upper middle class white people shit to say.
Love how this is closing ceremonies. Why does this happen every year?
Why don't you monetize your monogamous relationship? Calixa says. I think that's just a normal nuclear family.
Unfortunately, they did monopolize their monogamous relationship because the CEO and COO are, like, together, and everyone below them is a member of their family.
Archival harem?
Hey, baby.
Thank you, dragons.
Looking at Orion while I say that.
I've been joking Paige was gonna do that for years. Long before they met Orion and Chimeras, I was like, you're just gonna fucking add them to the polycule and take over all of the archival stuff in the Ultrahuman community with your triumvirate of otherkin archivists.
I don't want to be in charge of the other kid community. I want to be sleeping under a rock. God, could you imagine if someone were to be like, oh my god, yes, I am the president of the Ultrahuman community. Dude, that sounds like so much work, A. B, no one would ever like you. C, why would you want that?
I don't want to be in a position of authority. I want to catch up on sleep.
I don't want to be in a position of authority. I want to be out catching butterflies. Poppy's kin president this year. Do we just pass it around like a extremely radioactive potato that nobody wants? Your kin assignments were not objectively correct. You told me I was a fox. Cheese touch. Oh god, it's the cheese touch.
Ugh.
My husband is definitely not a fox.
Yeah, see, my husband knows what's up. Good job, Thomas.
Or a battle-armored Pomeranian.
What the f do you mean I'm a Pomeranian? You can't just say that to people.
You know, like Diamo from Adventure Quest and Dragon Fable.
Anyway, I'm going to be divorcing him. He is up for grabs.
Dove?
Dove, you know what to do. Annul it.
Did you post the divorce meme? Put the divorce meme up.
I don't know if I have the divorce meme.
Oh, it's on the computer right there.
Oh god, where?
Second monitor, move your OBS software very slightly below. There it is.
Oh, okay. Here's the divorce meme Thomas wants me to post.
Can I lessen your way now?
Good.
That was what he sent to Dove. Annul it. Because we catch annuls. We know how to party at Centaur. All sorts of things. Congrats on the divorce! The Spamton's like a little too accurate, because I am also a short gremlin.
I also found Paige in a dumpster.
It's true, he did. A sad, wet cardboard box in a dumpster. I went to Centaurus Fest 2026 and all I got was this divorce.
Oh my god, we could do that at the next one. Did you hear? So, like, at the Cult of the Lamb event that they did, that Big Giant did for their game, they had this whole thing where, like, they got people married by an officiant in a Cult of the Lamb, like, the lamb costume. Let's do a similar thing for Centaurus Festival, except we get a divorce lawyer who just, like...
Getting divorced in the Centaurus Festival closing ceremony.
Everybody's starring it.
Those aren't the vibes I wanted to bring into the end of the con, and yet here we are. Divorce Con 2026. No!
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is like in parallel to when we were like, Relationship Con 2024 or 5 or whenever I did the relationship panel with Thomas. Picturing the other con howl playing in the background while a couple is signing the divorce papers. Congratulations, it's divorce!
The other con howl is such a distinctive noise.
It is. Just biting. Just bothering. Paw an unlovable paw. You haven't been to a Howl in 5 years because it's so awful? Dosky! Dosky, you gotta go to next year's. Or this year's. Or a year's.
We can just, like, black bag Dosky and make him come out and have fun. It doesn't have to be a specific howl.
Look out, we're coming for ya! Epic divorce guy archetroper.
The
Days right.
the Mega Howl crashed everyone's discords last year. Yeah, I think that is actually a real ideal way to ring out the other con. I mean, it's kind of like
you don't have to say goodbye if you just crash everyone's discords. It's the way to do it.
It's kind of like burning all of the decorations for a festival in a bonfire at the end of the festival.
No, what we do is, the final thing is we post a zip bomb file.
A zip bomb file?
Yeah, we just post a zip bomb file that auto unzips when people, download it. And it doesn't do anything majorly harmful, it just shuts your computer off.
It turns your computer off!
Like, you can turn it back on, it's not literally frying it, but, it's just... It's like a minor zip bomb. A zip firecracker, if you would.
Good night, everybody!
And then they just kill it. God, could you imagine? Howl mentioned automatically took one earbud out just in case.
We would have everybody agree to download and unzip the zip file on like a countdown, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, and it just cuts out.
Man, we can leave that for like Fiction Fair or some other con to do because I don't want to do it.
Okay, better yet, we end the entire thing by just going, "Oh God, what is it?" And then we cut it.
And then we cut it and we just delete the Discord server. Could you fucking imagine? Man, that should be, if there's ever a horror Alter Human Con, like,
ooh,
that's how they should end it. They should do their closing ceremonies and be like, just don't gently grab my shoulder. I am not doing another convention.
Oh,
you take that paw back.
A horror convention. Paige loves doing conventions. They do a billion conventions.
Dodek, I'm assigning you as the horror con guy. It's your responsibility now.
Has everyone seen this Discord is haunted?
Could make it a horror theme next year. We could do a horror theme next year.
Or this Discord has a ghost in it. It's a role-playing game that's designed to play on Discord, where some of the players are in voice chat and some of them are only in text. Yeah, it was on Itch. I haven't played it, but it sounded really interesting. It was something I kind of bookmarked to try out at a convention sometime. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you for posting the link.
If you do end up doing a horror con, Dodek, let me know. Otherwise, I think a horror theme for next year's con could be kind of fun.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it for HowlCon because of, I don't know, spooky stuff.
Spooky stuff for HowlCon.
But it was like the people who are in voice are supposed to be the ghost investigators, and the people in text chat are the ghosts. So it's like you're having to watch for messages from the ghosts or something like that. I think that was what it was.
I mean,
I might be describing it wrong.
That's really cool, actually. I love roleplay games that are intentionally based on Discord. That's just fun. That's just cool. Hello, Onion. Fun panel idea. We all arson the Library of Alexandria.
That kind of reminds me. Our Spotlight nonprofit that we were supporting, featuring this year was the
Internet Archive.
Was the Internet Archive. We didn't do as much stuff promoting it as we could have, right?
Oh, we did not. Thing kind of went like crazy this year. It was fantastic, but there were so many last-minute changes because it was like, Discord's going to make this convention undoable. Oh, psych! The week before, Discord's like, actually, you can do the convention. And it's like, oh my god, screams.
I have been contributing to the chaos just as much as the order, thank you, to chat. But yeah, we had seriously considered rescheduling the Centaurus Festival for, like, a couple of weeks earlier, just to make sure that it wouldn't get nerfed by the Discord updates, and that was pretty stressful to try and configure. Can you imagine having to do that at the last minute? Oh my gosh. I'm glad that we didn't have to.
I would have cried.
For once, it wasn't me purposely causing the chaos.
Yeah, Thomas was not causing problems on purpose this time. It's okay, love. I love you even if you do cause
There's
problems.
still time. It's closing ceremonies. It's your last chance.
Don't tempt him.
He doesn't need temptation. He's just like that.
Oh fuck.
If I'm like, hey, would you like to spread chaos? Addressing the chaos gremlin.
I think I'm good for now, but that's probably just because I just woke up from a very deep nap.
Okay.
I want a nap.
No nap for you. I'm gonna use all my nap energy to make sure that you don't nap.
Why the fuck would you do that? Don't bite me. Don't bite me.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have soup recipes and a digital swag bag that you get for donating to the Internet Archive.
Oh, that's isn't that my mother's soup recipe?
No, I forgot to. No. No, it's not. I forgot to add my soup recipe to the bag.
Hmm. My mother's soup recipe is to kill for.
Oh yeah, and a reminder to cancel your nitro if you haven't already. Complain to Discord with your money.
Yes.
I have mine for like the remainder of the year, I think. It sucks. I had like just renewed it in December.
The actual theme was please take a nap because of the time zones. Yeah, and also daylight savings during the convention. Amazing. Thank you for sticking with us all through those great challenges. And honestly, I feel like everything worked out pretty great.
Yeah, I feel like
it really didn't feel like a dumpster fire convention, and I'm sorry to say there have definitely been dumpster fire conventions. I'm not naming any names, but I think everybody in the audience can probably think of some they've seen. Yeah, very drama free. Yeah. Thank you to everyone for being drama free.
We could start like fake drama.
I don't want to start fake drama.
Oh my god, Paige is sleeping with some of the panelists.
I mean, I am. Orion's right here.
Slut.
No, not right now.
Goratrix. Why is the 4-year-old fucking judging me?
Please, there are minors in the chat. Such as yourself, Goratrix.
Such as yourself, Goratrix.
Yeah, I caught.
Oh, you caught her. Good job.
Onion.
You really want her to
Onion,
meow into
speak
that
into
mic.
the mic.
Never meows into the microphone. I've had you for years and you never meow into microphones.
Sometimes. It usually, unfortunately, the noise cancellation of Discord, it hates cats, and it conceals all of her adorable little talking noises.
She does say full straight up sentences. That's not even a joke. She does. It's kind of wild. Markiplier's married? Yes, he is. And good for him, honestly. Also, if you haven't seen Iron Lung, see it.
Yeah, Iron Lung's great.
I think Onion could. I've heard the way that Onion meows when she's in the kitchen, especially. She could definitely carry a lecture all by herself.
Hey, if we're doing a horror thing next year, maybe Iron Lung will have been released by then and we could show it.
We should totally do that.
Ooh.
Are we just advertising things we like now? Someone go play Dragon Fable. That was a really gay game. The company Battlon's still around. It's a small one. They got really good at revamping the story of it. They're still really friendly. The CEO is a giant nerd. He's like one dude who runs a company of his friends from his basement that got weirdly successful, and he did not let the money change him.
We have regular Dragon Fable players in chat. Yes, Dragon Fable is still real. Artix Entertainment is in Florida, actually. And
it's been running for so many years, and somehow I had never seen it before.
Yeah, the story got really good. Fun fact, I am a person who is normally kind of emotionally stoic. And Dragon Fable stands a record for being one of the few pieces of media that not only made me, like, cry, but, like, full-on sob. The only one that's done it in the same way was when I watched One Piece and the Going Merry Sank. So, like, just so you know, that's how good the story gets for all of the people who can draw an inference into that event.
People are crying and also yelling spoilers. Alright.
If One Piece is, like, older than most of this con, if you don't know that the Going Merry sank, go fucking, I don't know.
I actually think this con skews, like, older. It feels like we generally tend to have folks in, like, 20s to 30s to 40s.
Yeah, and One Piece is, like, 60 years old at this point. I'm doubling the length.
One Piece is old.
pacing doubles the length.
I love that season 1 of One Piece is like several thousand episodes long or something. That's so funny.
Oh yeah, technically, because they started doing an arc, the entire previous stuff that has been written is all of season 1.
Centaurus Fest feels older. Yeah, it does feel like it skews a little older. I don't know why.
Because it's just generally a more mature audience, and even the, minors in here know to act like a fucking adult for the most part.
A lot of the attendees are kind of our friend group.
It's just a bunch of nerds getting together. You kind of have to be a bit in the know to know Centaurus Festival, do you? I mean, I was pretty bad at advertising this year, don't get me wrong.
I think that's part of the appeal of keeping it a reasonable size, though. It doesn't get huge and overwhelming like other con.
Farewell,
And that's
leave.
fine. Different areas of specialization.
Nepotism con! No! Don't say that,
Oh.
puppy!
Oh my god.
I've seen the nepotism cons out there, and they're not good.
Am I your little Nepo baby?
You are not a nepo baby.
I'm like the opposite.
You are just a token human.
Hi. Chilling.
It's the Tumblr users and the Ultrahuman Discord folks. Yeah, it is. Later, also, yes, Shining Hearth mention. Shining Hearth is later this month.
Yeah, that's right.
Speaking of cool conventions, actually, because Shining Hearth rocks. Consider hitting it up.
At the opening ceremonies, didn't we talk about posting a list of other conventions this year?
Motherfuck, we did. We forgot.
Did
We're
anybody
so
post
busy.
that? I haven't been able to keep up with everything, even though I have been running this whole time. And also,
I posted another con, and I think it was pinned.
in the other server, that is the panelist prep server, there is a list. There is an out-of-date list of conventions from last year that needs to be updated with ones for this year. What, when, where? Yeah, we need to put a link to. We'll yeah. We will post that list of upcoming conventions. We all can collaborate on that, I guess, because
I didn't mean to.
doubtless people in the audience know about some more. Yes, thank you for posting the link to shininghearth.net. Oh, okay.
Text. Here we go. I'll put it somewhere else too, I swear.
You're such a good con chair.
Thank you, Rui. You were just posting the same thing.
I don't know if I'm a good con chair, because I feel like a good con chair wouldn't be like, oh shit, I forgot to do that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
A good con chair probably would have just done it.
I don't know. It's been a lot to keep track of. During opening ceremonies, I was talking about a panel I wanted to do that I did not do. I'm sorry, guys. At the end of it, I decided I would rather leave the slots open for other people's impromptu stuff, because I don't want to be like taking over the panels, using them all to talk about my favorite things. And I wanted other people to be I wanted more opportunities for other people to do their panels. But I was considering doing one where I was going to teach about folklore motifs, and then we would watch a cartoon together that's based on some traditional Hungarian folk tales, and then we would try and the audience would to work together on trying to
Fiction fair
identify the folklore motifs in them. Yeah, yes, those are beautiful. Yeah.
I had to add fiction fair because I just realized when I made that list, fiction fair was not a thing.
I'm sorry to let folks down who were hoping to learn about folklore motifs, but I just wasn't ready to do it. It would have been I would have been winging it a little bit too much, and I'd like to do justice by folklore. Although I feel like some people in the audience probably know more about it than I do, and I studied in college. I was really impressed with Poppy's that was Poppy's panel at the first Centaurus Festival, the Velrun.
Yeah, God, that panel kicked ass so hard. We made the Valrun our mascot the next year.
I learned
if you make a good enough panel, it will wind up the mascot the following
year.
There
was so much more to learn about the folklore studies that I didn't know. Poppy, you're amazing.
I mean, just as a brief little aside for all of the people right now, that if you want a specific page, a panel from Paige or Orion, now is the time to try and socially pressure them into it, as both of them are people of their word, and if you bully them into it right now, that they'll probably make it anyway.
Cries.
I'm a person of my word, but I also procrastinate.
I'm also a little guy.
Yeah, but trust me, this is the time.
But yeah, I did just drop the general con dates. Folklore panel. I did just drop the general con dates that I know of from like a couple months ago. So they're probably some of these have probably had dates announced in the Alter Humanity channel.
I think we should link to that again when we close in the announcements, so other people know about next places to go. I think that would be nice to do.
And I saw some people asking about some of the conventions. Hall of Creators, I saw somebody asking about that. Hall of Creators is a convention with, I think, Kina, Khena, and Lunath are behind it. And it's intended for like creators. I don't know anything more about that. I tried to join the Discord and I was banned, but it does seem genuinely nice. And whenever it kicks off, do support it. It looks like a really cool project. Their lives have just been busy right now. Draconic Summit and already went off. We already the date already passed for the first one. That was back in January. It's for dragons. The name is very straightforward. There will usually be a summer one, so just keep your ears out for that. Shifters Northeast is for P shifters. That's all I know about it. But I do know that a lot of physical non-humans have been in the community lately, so I did mention it. I don't know, and I'm not going to go bother the folks in charge and ask, because it's like, that would just be asking for trouble, and it's none of my business.
The Plural Positivity World Conference in the list that says dates to be announced, that is, I think, typically in April. So that'll be that's the one for next month, and then Shining Hearth is the next soonest. Yeah, we have some kind of approximate dates for a lot of these, just not specific ones.
Yeah, the Plural Positivity World Conference is a really good one.
It's big.
It's huge, though. It is huge. So please keep that in mind, because I know we're a very small convention, and I know that means that a lot of the folks here, like, probably aren't looking for a convention that's like 1,000 people. But it does have a lot of really, really cool panels. And a lot by professionals.
I feel like any plural-based convention is going to inherently be big when you're getting upwards of 2 to 8 fucking respondents per account.
Well, it's big in the number of panels they present. Their schedule is typically so packed that they are showing 2 panels at the same time throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, they're very,
you have
very
to pick.
big.
It's so and then you go. The one that I attended last year, I was sometimes I was afraid of picking the wrong one when 2 of them were showing at the same time. That both sounded interesting, and then I would listen to a little bit of it and go like, should I switch to the other one? Uh-oh.
And then Shining Hearth, like we mentioned, is later this month. That's a convention for Elf Fae. It's more focused on like magic. And it's really, really cool. None of the panels are recorded, so if you want to see any of them, I think they just posted the schedule on their website like a couple days ago.
Yeah, they said that they did.
The Fae won't record their panels.
Yeah, the Fae will not record their panels, so you have to go if you want to see them. So, and it's a very small con. It's like ours. It's very small. Yeah, they've never done recordings. Never.
Live in the moment.
Live in the moment. It's really cool, though.
Yeah, I don't think I trust Fae folk not wanting to record something. That seems like there's some extra ulterior thing there.
And yeah, I think that's everything except Other Con, and I know already you guys know what Other Con is.
Calixa says, what con is this? We were just talking about Shining Hearth is the one that's Fae, and they don't record their presentations.
Yeah, Fae. We're in the Fae. Is Shining Hearth okay with people who aren't Fae? I believe Arathine has stated yes, but like, don't be surprised that the majority of the con-goers are elf Fae.
Yeah, you can attend, you just might not find as much of it relatable. Because Arathine had kind of, a lot of the elf Fae had kind of the reverse experience with going to OtherCon. They felt that OtherCon, at least at the very first one, tended to be more for people who identified as animals and not elves and fae, so they just didn't relate to it as much. I'm going to Shining Hearth to be nosy.
Go to Shining Hearth because it's really cool, honestly.
It's very beautiful.
It's
they have
really cool.
typically they have guided meditations that you share together, and then you talk about your experiences afterwards. It's beautiful.
Oh, and there's Therian Convergence, but Therian Convergence already happened. It's a Therian con. That's yeah. They were at Anthro Northwest in Seattle this year, doing panels.
Yeah, I've heard about some in-person ones that are not in that list either, in-person Alter Human gatherings.
Yeah, it's just the best I could do.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot more I'm missing. I'm
yeah.
positive.
This doesn't seem like a very in-person crowd
Uh,
for the most part.
yeah,
I'd go to an in-person panel.
Absolutely. I mean, like we've talked about previously at I think it was last year's Centaurus Festival, we had a lot about doing more in-person Alter Human stuff, and earlier I dropped some links about safety tips for that for people who want to do that. I have no idea what channel those are in anymore.
Bring Taser.
But yeah, consider supporting all the cons on that list and all the cons that I don't know about. Because this may be the last year on Discord before we have to scramble and figure shit out.
Yeah, just to find different software. But yeah, folks, please DM me if you find out about other gathers. I think it would be really great to build more of a list of them.
Yeah, it would be a lot like it would be really useful, I think, to a lot of people to have a more comprehensive like here are all the things.
For folks who are look for servers and telegrams and online groups that are for Alter Humans in your region. I have one for Alter Humans in the southeastern United States, and that can be a good starting place for organizing local groups. I've also heard that people have a lot of success with organizing local groups by approaching it from the opposite direction of posting flyers in places where local Alter Humans are likely to find them to organize groups. I've heard of that being especially effective for plural systems. Being able to post about that on library bulletin boards with permission and stuff like that. Or in New Age bookstores might be another place that you can try.
I believe in all of y'all.
Just put the poster up next to some sick-ass graffiti.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and there's the anti-Therian thing going on right now, the media frenzy about Therians. So that's actually kind of an issue this month and just in the last few weeks especially.
Yeah, so do be safe, just because I know it's been more of a problem in Latin America and in Spanish-speaking countries, with, like, fake Therian meetups being posted, and then the people going to them getting beat up, or videotaped and mocked, or, you know, etc., etc. So do be careful, please.
Yeah, exercise all of your stranger and safety stuff that you possibly can anytime you go to an in-person meetup of any kind, large or small.
Okay, with that, we are hitting 8:15. We've gone on a little longer than I intended, but then again, this also went in a million directions because I have had no sleep, and I am so tired. But this was a fantastic convention. Thank you all so much for coming and making this con what it is. And please go check out all the conventions that we talked about in the Alter Humanity channel. I understand, like, maybe not all of them will be up your alley. Like, if you're not a Therian, obviously Therian Convergence may not really be that interesting to you. If you're not, you know, a Dragon, Draconic Summit, if you're not an Elfay, Shining Hearth, I get it, I understand. But, like, also, it could still be fun to go, you know? Never hurts. This is me repping my fellow cons, basically. Laughing very loudly in chat. Don't starboard that. Oh god. All right. Okay. I will see you guys around, and if you need anything from me, please don't hesitate to DM. All right. Thank you, ladies, gentlemen, others, creatures, and anything else, and have a good night.